putting pistons in, don't do it that way.
Why?
Because get people a headache when they look at it. Anyway, I'm just documenting that I'm putting 428 Cobra Jet engine together.
How difficult is that really?
Spinny Winnie.
Alright, what I'm doing is putting in the number 2 piston. I'm putting it in right now. I'm going to check the clearances, the rod clearances once I have it in place, which should be in a second now. Alright, that's in.
Speed. Means we're going.
Going, huh?
Yeah, speed means we're going.
What I'm doing now is I'm about to check the clearance, the bearing clearance on the number 2 rod.
Your first stop is your last stop at Rochester's new tire store.
So I'm going to put the bearing shell in now. Bearing shell in the rod,
Show the bearing shell.
bearing shell. And there's the rod cap for number 2. I put the plastic gauge in there. Now I assemble the rod cap. And I'm just going to tighten it down snug. I'm not going to torque it down. And I'm going to check the clearance, make sure the clearance is acceptable. And the other ones have been really, really good, so I'm expecting clearance on this one to be just fine as well. Once I check the clearance, I'll take the cap back off, add some engine pre-lube, and assemble it for good.
What do you mean, assemble the whole car?
I beg your pardon?
Assemble the whole car?
Well, assemble the rest of the engine.
Oh, first the engine.
This engine is a 428 Cobra Jet.
Ah.
It will go in a gold 68 Cougar. Greasy. Okay. Alright, now I'll take the cap off, check the plastic gauge, make sure there's enough clearance, assuming that there will be. And then,
What in the world is clearance?
clearance, it's like a gap between this piece and the rod that goes around it. If there is no clearance, if there's no gap in there, it'll be too tight.
Okay.
And I don't want it too tight. Because you need a gap in there for the oil to come around.
Dad, what happens if I push the issue of fit? What happens?
Try it.
I already did.
What does it look like?
I can't see.
Yeah, push it again. Get that mosaic.
Yeah, like they do on the TV show that they don't want to show the guy. They don't want to show a guy.
They don't want to show his face.
If they don't want to show a person's face, they just do that.
Okay, looks like that clearance is going to be okay.
Okay.
Let me just double check it. Oh yeah. It's going to be in the area of 0.03 of an inch, but that's not at full torque either, so once it's fully torqued it should close up even more. I'm going to take the plastic gauge off. Please don't
Let's
stab
get a good look of how it's like under it.
Go ahead.
This is under the motor. Obviously, it's not as cool as the top, but it doesn't really matter. There's little, yeah.
Careful so oil doesn't drip on here, okay? Because there's oil coming.
Those big holes, the sour called cylinders. Test Dad, what he's doing now? What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna put on some assembly pre-lube.
Uh-huh.
This is a very thick oil made for engines.
You can see, if you can see it dripping through it, it's kind of squishy.
It's
1652, Trump. So psychologically, not only is the score, but also the psychology of the game squarely on the side of the Baltimore Ravens. The Broncos came in with one of the best running games in the league as we've got a Ravens player down on the field.
there. I'm just gonna smear a little more
Attended to.
assembly lube on the bearings. If you don't put assembly lube on the engine,
What happened?
it'll burn out when you start it up the first time.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've always been lucky. I've always put plenty of lubrication, plenty of oil on the bearings,
Ah,
and I haven't had a problem when it's time to start up. Been lucky.
been lucky. Get a good look. I'm getting a good look from where you are.
Let me see. No.
Got a good look for where you are. See that?
It is a good look, isn't it?
Oh,
There we go.
I accidentally pushed picture effect with my thumb.
Now I'm going to put a little bit of this special Molly grease
Ugh,
on the bolts.
sounds squishy. Let's see.
Yeah, it is a special grease. It's very slippery. And it's made so that when you tighten the bolt down,
Have you guys that special glue you use from Battles on here? It sure smells like it. That special glue, the glue you use for airplane models?
oh no, I'm not. Should I be?
I don't know. It just smells like it.
It does, huh? I'm gonna wipe my hands off.
I can't remember a better defense. A quicker defense to recover from a mistake.
Jeez, can't we get like Megan to do this?
When Marvin Lewis was hired,
She likes doing this.
Marchibroda wanted a version of the Pittsburgh Steelers zone blitz defense. Man, have they got it. Under center, they bring Rod Smith back into running back position like they did in the first half. They sweep him left side. He stopped and now taken down. He was slowed up a couple of times. Burnett finally polished him off. McCrary
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tighten these up
Lewis is over there.
kind of snug, and then I'll do the final torque, the final tightening, after all of the rods and pistons are in.
Oh, this sounds like a long time. My hands starting to ache.
Okay, well I'm gonna turn this over now. You can get a look at the top side, okay?
The bottom, I mean.
Well,
We already got to
This
look
is
at
the
that.
bottom.
We already got to look at it. I guess I'm mistaken. We were already looking at the bottom.
actually,
The piece we already looked at is the top. With the pistons right there, the big holes are the pistons.
yeah.
And these little holes are,
See, each one of these,
what?
well, those are where the valves, the lifters for the valves go. Right in here. The lifters push up on the valve, on this push rod, just like in that clear engine.
Oh,
It's all explained in that clear engine, but these pistons,
should I
this is
go
where...
get it?
Not sure if we can get it. I'll
What's
explain it to you.
this over here? What's that one for?
Here, go put that away and bring that engine out here. I'll explain it to you.
No, it's fine. What's that for?
That's where the distributor goes.
Oh,
That makes the sparks.
sparks. What are these for?
That's
These-
cylinders.
What?
How many cylinders are there?
4.
Plus?
Oh, I thought those were the pistons.
1, 2, 3, yeah, 8. 8 cylinder.
Oh, I thought they were pistons.
Well, the pistons are in the cylinders, see? Watch what happens when I turn the crankshaft.
Oh, I know what happened. See, I see some here, and I see some over there. See, they move in and out. And watch that one. Watch that one right there. Okay. See, it disappears. And again. Just watch that one.
Hey, huh?
It's supposed to come back in.
Well, I'm not going to move it anymore.
It goes in and out, in and out. See, this one here used to.
What happens is, the piston comes down, when the explosion happens, the explosion,
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah. The piston gets pushed down really fast and it turns the crank. And then the next piston does the same thing. Boom. And it happens 8 times.
You see, this one here used to be in, and this one used to be out.
Yeah.
Now it's the other way around.
Exactly.
This one's out, and this one's in.
This is the piston.
That's the piston. See, if you push, if you in, like it goes
See what
down,
happens?
up,
That's what it does. Just like that.
it goes.
Right? As it goes up and down the cylinder. Yeah. You got it.
Let's pull it in.
I'm going to do that right now. Watch where you step so you don't get hurt.
You can see in there that there's no piston. My dad took it out.
What I'm going to do now is
Or whatever they're called, cylinder. He's pre-oiling the cylinder. Piston, or whatever it's called.
yeah, piston. That's right.
This game is over. Well, they'll go for a double wide right side I formation.
Ew.
Off to 34. Gilbert turns against the Lewis. Tries to go up the middle. Draws the crowd. Al Wilson